Hello everyone, this is Ron again with the 8th episode of my full playthrough of Castlevania Symphony of the Night. If you will recall, last time I spent most of the time, or almost all the time, fighting an incredibly difficult boss, and when I finished it, I got that right there. So I'm quite happy about that. That has made the game immeasurably easier. I described it last time. Basically, it makes it so that my mist form can now damage enemies. It is going to make clearing out the rest of the game go much more smoothly, easier, and just overall faster. So once again, I want to thank those who actually stuck it out and watched that whole monstrous episode that was the last one. I am going to follow through with finishing up exploring this area and move on to a couple others, hopefully. I don't think I'm going to be finishing it. Probably got another episode or two, maybe after this. But shouldn't be too bad. And for anyone just tuning in, I am in the inverted castle of this game. Although why you decided to start at episode 8 of this is probably a little bit beyond me, but whatever. There's just some areas in here that I need to make sure that I finish exploring here. And it has actually been a few days, a while since I've played this last. So if I seem a little rusty, that's why. Gotta kind of get back in the swing of it. And that right there just kind of showcased the power of that mist change that I got. Those bats can be a bit of a pain because they'll come. I just changed into mist and cut all of them, no problem. So now that I can do that, I can just kind of zip through a lot of these areas. Oh, those stupid witches that caused me some fits earlier, and I had to use Soul Seal. Yeah, with the mist, all I have to do is just transform, and they pretty much die. So, already incredibly useful. Oh, I don't want to lose my diamonds. No, I don't need them that much right now. And then, although I don't really need it, I want to make sure that I actually put on my Spike Breaker armor, which will break these spikes. The reason why I don't need it is because I can actually turn into mist and avoid all this if I really wanted. But it's just a little precaution. Then I will go back to my walk armor. Which is toast. Gather these items. Oh yeah, those would have been great in that boss fight. Oh well. Not a big deal. Yeah, just a whole pile of those skeletons there. And an elixir. That would have also been a little bit more useful, but coming back now and getting these wasn't too bad. I'm feeling kind of lazy, so. See, this like poisonous mist that damages guys just makes things so much easier sometimes. I want to check something real quick. Okay, cool. I'll check to see if I have a Mystic Command, which increases how quickly my MP restores. Because one thing you will probably notice is that my MP is draining while I have the mist active, and it does drain it fairly quickly, so I've got to keep an eye out for it. So even though the mist isn't really perfect, because of that, it's just so useful. See, right now I'm not actually wearing the spike breaker armor. I'm just floating through here. Saves me a lot. Saves me a lot of trouble. Granted, if I didn't want to use MP to get through that, I could have just as easily put on the spike breaker armor and go through it. But I leveled up. I gotta just float on over here and cut this frozen half, because they can do a number on you if you let them kind of get up at full strength. Oh, come on. I'm gonna head back up and probably just continue exploring, because I kind of made a beeline to this area. The only area I've really explored in the reverse castle is the reverse chapel, and that's because I had to go through the boss in order to do this. In the reverse castle, it is a little bit more, you're required to explore a lot more, because not just to kind of do get additional parts of the game or whatever, but because once you're in this part, you need to collect these relics to be able to face the final boss. And all the relics are pretty powerful. Pretty sure I mentioned this previously, but just bring it up again to make sure it's pretty clear what I'm doing. Let's see, I'm not quite sure how much I'm going to be getting done here. You're probably wondering why I didn't just float right over. My MP is getting a little bit low, and that little bit of time in between actually greatly helped with just kind of helping that regen. But it's really kind of a moot point, because here's a save room, which will full heal and give me full MP. So no need to really worry about it at all. I'm just going to take a quick minute here and actually take a look at the map, because I kind of want to plan out, I kind of want to just think real quick a little bit how I want to clear things out. I think we're just going to kind of work my way back up. I'm not going to use the teleporter, at least not right now. I'm just going to kind of work my way back up, explore each area as I get back to it, and then eventually work my way to the areas I did not get to. So we'll finish that up. I should be able to hopefully knock those out while I'm in this episode, get a bunch of those bosses done, and really just kind of zip through some of them. Wow, I'm just being stupid. And at this point, I'm not really too worried about money, because I pretty much used the librarian for all I could need, and I've got a better weapon. This room here is where I fought death. And I have the Alucard sword, which, as I mentioned previously, bring it up again in case for some reason people didn't catch it or are just tuning in. The Alucard sword is considered generally roughly about the second best weapon in the game. And that is because, while it doesn't hit quite the hardest, what it does do is swing very, very fast. And that makes that's what makes it so good. As I've talked about a bunch previously, I know that the Chisagrim is generally considered the best weapon, at least in my opinion, because of how it allows you to move and attack continuously without having to stop or anything. But the Alucard sword is second. There's also another weapon that I haven't really talked about yet, that I kind of put in like a third place, and that's the chopper. And that's because it's like this ranged weapon, and it shoots out these two little like like circular blades, and you can time them so that just as one of them comes back to you, you shoot out the other one, and you can keep moving while doing it. So you can kind of just run through an area and just continuously attack. Okay, head back up here. Oh, I accidentally did that special. This music. It has this, it's just like serene sort of quality to it. It's a little bit overused in the reverse cut, so I do know that there are some areas where it repeats, I think. But it's actually really good. It's actually some pretty good music. Oh look, max life up. Not that I really need it at this point, but... Oh yeah, these Venus weeds, these ones I talked about, that would cause me huge fits with my poisonous mist thing here. I just float over them and hover over them until they die. Makes them pretty much a non-threat. Stupid killer fish. I can't turn to mist in water, unfortunately, so can't get that fish. Oh well. And that was just me being stupid. I just want to check, make sure I can still do this one particular spell here. Yep. When needed, I can do that. You probably saw me do that extensively in the last episode. Basically, I steal some help from some enemies around me. Making sure I hit these areas up. Fortunately, kind of hard to keep talking. I've really covered a lot of the base at this point. Getting into just sort of repeating myself. Jack-o'-bones, I've already talked about how annoying they can be. Actually, that's part of my way back up. We'll do that later. For now, I'm just going to pop over here real quick and save, and then I'm going to go take down the boss in this area. And I'll head back up. I can just go... I can... Well, not head back up, head back down, but... No, it's a little bit confusing because the castle's reversed, but... I'm gonna get this little secret area here. Yeah, you probably saw before I got this, me going up against a couple of those where they gave me a bit of a hassle. Poisonous mist transformation? Nothing. I gotta make sure I'm a little bit thorough in my exploration because it makes the walk owl. The walk owl. Yeah, these trolls, they're so weird. Like you just saw there. They like jump really high up and like shoot their tongues at you. Such a weird like interpretation of like a troll. It's neat, and they do actually look kinda cool. It's got like this weird sort of like Sonic the Hedgehog thing going on. I'm not going to worry about it. Because sometimes it can be tough getting the game to kind of register you having gone in those areas. Sometimes it's not worth the hassle of trying to get it to recognize it. And so I'm just trying to get through this game. Don't want to waste too much time, although, after watching the last episode, if you're fine with that, you'll probably find a lot of time just kind of being wasted, but whatever. No, it's a cave troll. It's not just a troll. It's a cave troll. Heading to the boss area here, I do believe. Or did I accidentally skip past it? I may have. Yes. Oh, Force of Echo. If you remember my little sonar thing that I had to do earlier, now it just makes it so that my sonar can deal damage. Okay, I gotta head back. I accidentally skipped over where the boss was. Not a big deal. I'll just run back as in the wolf form. Come on. Super blue goodness weed. And I'm not sure if I talked all about how they look like they're like naked women in a plant. It's really weird, like. And there's some, like, thing behind it, I think, or maybe it's just some weird design thing. I don't know. But it's just a little bit odd. Oh yeah, this is the next doppelganger fight. It's labeled as Doppelganger 40. He can sometimes be a little bit of a challenge. It's mostly about just kind of getting him to a point. That can be a little bit of a pain, but... And that charge move that he's doing, I can get that as a move. I usually never really worry about getting that bat move when I'm able to, though. Alright, there, cleared him out. Full heal and more life. I think, yeah, that's not the boss, it's just like a little like mini boss. I can remember earlier in the regular castle that actually filled up with water that came up to it. Doesn't do it in the reverse castle. We'll be heading back down there in just a moment. I'm gonna head over here real quick, make sure I get the exploration. And then down here, I love these octopus. Octopi, that's what it's called. But, this is actually a really great area to farm experience for familiars, because these octopi actually respawn, and when you have the poisonous mist, you can just kind of float along at like a particular pace, and then you just and then they just kind of die. And I remember one time when I played through this game, I wanted to get a familiar up to level 99, and I came to here and I just went back and forth across this area and killed them all. And because they kept respawning, I was able to do it. It didn't take me very long. I haven't really been keeping track of my familiars levels in this. Let's take a quick look at what my bat's level is. Level 19. Not bad. The familiars, they level up every 100 experience. Ooh, the Dark Blade. Let's go all the way down my gigantic list of things. And of course, because it's unorganized, it's not going to put it. Oh, it actually says it has more. This has more power. I'll still stick with my Alucard sword though, because it's faster. So even even some weapons that says have more power, like in the time it takes the Dark Blade to swing once, I can easily get two or three swings of the Alucard sword. So even though the damage per swing isn't as high, the actual overall, like, you know, damage that I deal in my time, or DPS, damage per second, whatever you want to call it, is actually higher, and that's what's up. I want to keep this up. And I also wonder if it kind of being like that may be a result of me playing on the Xbox Live Arcade version. I did mention that there were some differences. Okay, I'm not going to do too much grinding in there, so I was wrong about there being another boss. But cleared out the boss here. I need to kind of head into the castle proper a little bit, continue to work on things, and then, let's see, I can either, at this point, I can either fall into the area that leads into the underground caverns, which will come up in the reverse marble gallery or whatnot, or I can work my way back over to the reverse entrance, and then work my way back around that way. I think I'm actually going to work my way back over to the reverse entrance, just so I can kind of follow the flow of the original castle. Tends to be just a little bit more interesting. But before I do that, this part here that I'm falling down into is considered part of the underground caverns. So I'm going to make sure I do this. There shouldn't be any more bosses, just some items and things that I want to make sure that I get. Cross, I do not want that. Cross special weapon just isn't very good. It damages all the enemies on the screen, but it costs 100 parts. So overall, not very good when you want to use it. Oh yeah, another great use for the poisonous mist. We saw these back in the reverse chapter. These are these balloon pods. Break them, poisonous mist, all little seeds that damage you. You just automatically destroy them. Makes them super easy to deal with. Yeah, this is weird because like you still get like all these like meal tickets and like library cards and stuff. These meal tickets that gives you like random food. They're kind of strange and interesting little items. I'm not gonna worry about using them though. So what do you need them? As we remember that this is where I fought the succubus. However, now that there's not a boss for me there to fight. It's just an empty save room. But over here, it's an actual save room. So I will save real quick. Okay. So we head back through here. Kill the Jacobones. That guy, these guys. No, don't want that. Take that money, although I don't need it at this point. Some more money. Parts. Another save point, because remember in the regular castle, there was actually multiple save points in this area. Just a quick little save myself some time there. Monster bottles. Like those stupid monsters. Which I did make use of against that last boss fight. Little light moves up. And then a diamond, which if I ever do go back to the library to sell stuff, which may or may not happen, I have to get a lot of money. Balloon pods, which is so nice to be able to just so very nice. Just really make those seats not even a problem. And I'm heading back up this way just for exploration purposes mostly. Help actually up the defense of my walk armor. And also because I want to work my way back towards the entrance. But I do want to make sure that I finish exploring this area, just to kind of get it out of the way. Oh look, imps! Yeah, stupid imps. Aggravating me in some areas. Now you're just... nothing. Ooh, another gem. Don't worry, Imp, I'll get you. More balloon pods to kill. I'm actually deliberately falling back down here to finish up the exploration in this area, which I know is probably just a little bit more wasted time for you guys, but I just want to make sure I'm a little bit thorough here. There is the entrance to the other area. I'll be coming back here, but no, I'm just gonna work my way back over to the reverse entrance and up through the reverse laboratory and all that stuff, and just kind of work my way through the rest of the castle, getting the things I'll need until I'm able to face Dracula. And I'm feeling just a little bit lazy. That's where I get to really kind of show off the fun of the gravity boots. How I can do them, how you can do it multiple times in the air. Or you can be like, or you can not get it right and fall a bunch. But you do that, and then I'll just right back up here. And then I'll head back over to the past the water pond and all that stuff. I want to make sure I have a good area where I can get a nice start, and then I'm not really interested in duking it out with all these guys, because I'm just trying to get past it. And that would waste some time, now that I don't really feel like spending, so it's faster to just do that. and then I will hop back up here. What do I keep saying we? I mean, sure you people watching probably like it. You aren't playing. I'm the one who's playing. Oh. Hang on. Oh, fine. It's just that one dark octopus there. Kind of strange, but whatever. I feel like... Oh yeah, that one spot with that gigantic bag of money. How much money do I have right now? 18,000. I know I've got it like 100,000 just kind of waiting for me to collect down. I'm just doing this just so I can run in here and collect the shield. The Alucard shield, which I believe is probably the best shield in the game. Now, I forget what this does with this shield, but let's check it out and see. Does it just kind of up everything? Don't know exactly what it does. Oh well, not really that big of a deal. I get my nice Alucard sword. And then we'll hit up these areas here. Now the funny thing, when you get hit and you get knocked back, I've actually read some playthroughs and guides to this game, and there's like a way, and like because of how it works, you can like manipulate that in certain ways to fly through certain areas. As you see, I'm clearly not doing any of that, but that's something that actually I haven't really talked about too much. Is that I guess this game is known for being rather kind of like glitchy and whatnot. I never really got into that, which is never really my thing. Things with manipulating when you get hit and stuff like that, and manipulating the moments of invulnerability you got. I guess there are people out there who have managed to beat this game without leveling up, which I don't know how you'd manage that, but it would be interesting to possibly try something like that. However, I did mention way back in episode 1, I don't know if I talk about it too much, where you can put in certain keywords as your file name, which will cause special items. And in fact, go into the equip menu here, and there's an item that I have as a result of that, the Axe Lord armor. That's because I named my file name Axe Armor, and those are open to you once you beat the game once. The reason I bring that up is because these code words can start you off with different stats, and what I like to play with, start you off with 99 of your luck stat represented as LCK there, but like, and then you'd have like nothing in your other stats, and it would actually make the game much harder, a lot more challenging, and it's actually partly because of that why I got very good at like using my spells and some of my special weapons in that. Because your attacks are very weak, and you really can't get attacked too much without dying, and it makes it a lot more challenging. But I found it to be a lot more fun, especially when later on, when you're able to get your stats up a bit, you can actually, because then with the extra luck that you get, you can get some of the rare items a little bit easier and do some other things, which is nice. But I will not be doing that. I was actually tempted to kind of show that. I know I showed the actual name and the code, but I didn't decide to actually make this playthrough one of those simply because it probably would have added some extra time for no reason, because those playthroughs, even though I've actually played it through more than once like that, it can be a little bit tricky sometimes, and I wouldn't be able, and there'd be a higher risk of me dying than I probably would. And speaking of dying, I have not died yet in this playthrough, which is actually kind of cool. It's not quite the achievement that it probably could be, because a lot of that is just you play the game enough and you know how to do pretty much everything and know where everything is, and you just kind of go through it. Yeah, and also in these areas where the game gets kind of devious with how it throws enemies at you. Like, if I didn't have the poisonous mist form, this would be a real pain, because it's Jackal Bones, Venus Weens, and then Nova Skeletons. I remember when I actually tried to when I actually had to do this without actually having the poisonous mist form, and it was very difficult. It was just like I had to time everything, all my jumps, everything just right, and if I didn't, I'd take a buttload of damage. I remember that particular hallway that I got through, I made it look like really kind of nothing. That particular hallway actually gave me some big fits back when I was still new to this game and didn't quite understand it. Just because I was getting hit all the time by all these guys. Oh, pain. Oh yeah, Ouroboros. They're flea men on these dragons. And then those dragons, if you free them, they float around and they actually attack other enemies. Let's see if I can showcase it here for you. I don't know if this dragon's going to actually attack another enemy. See, there he goes. He actually attacked another enemy that time. And that's kind of nifty. It's one of the few instances of that actually in the game. I'm getting a little bit hairy there. Just popping it down. Oh yeah, these fire it's really weird. See? Like the poisonous mist. And the enemy that I think may possibly give me trouble, I just pretty much kill. I know I keep talking about it, but it's so useful, so powerful. The hammer, that's an item for the very familiar. If I could turn to stone, they can knock me out of it. And don't ask why, there's a perfect mirrored entrance, complete with foliage. It's just the way it is. But now that we've got this, time to head back up into the laboratory area. Maybe, possibly, I can get the boss there done. I did mention that was actually a really cool boss fight. Don't know though. It'll take a little bit for me to get back there. Yeah, I'm just kind of being really lazy about this part right now. I'm just floating through it, killing everything. Now that they're all dead, we'll just head back through. And then go through, head up into the Necromancer Laboratory. As I mentioned, that boss fight there is a really cool boss fight. It's not going to be very difficult for me, but that's just it. The boss itself looks really cool, and the actual fight itself just plays out very, very cool. Haven't really seen quite too much like it. Dodo Bird. Those Dodo Birds, I think I mentioned them previously. They can drop some pretty rare items. Okay, I can just skip to here. Oh, I don't think I actually really went too far into here. Oh, that's because it's the reverse muggle gallery. Don't want to go there just yet. I will be heading there momentarily, though. Well, not momentarily. Eventually, it's probably more the correct style. Save real quick to heal and restore my MP. Oh, stupid thing. Ah, these guys. Kinda gave me a bit of a pain earlier. Now it's just I float over them and they die. Took him out before I was able to summon another one. Oh yeah, these areas, this area in particular in the reverse castle can be quite challenging. If you don't know what you're doing. I think I mentioned it when I was here last, just because with the enemies here and how tough they can be. But this will be a cakewalk right now. So looking at the time, get a little under 20 minutes left. Definitely should be able to finish this area up, which will be cool. I'm looking to see that boss fight and clear out another area. So. You can all just die. That's cool. Okay. Now those fire demons, they actually drop a shield that is a nifty little shield, especially with the shield around. But we're not going to worry about that, because I have the shield that I want, so that's cool. Salem Witch, yeah, I remember when you were kind of difficult. And, gremlins. See how easy they are to deal with the poison mist? Okay. Trying to actually think how exactly I want to handle this. Hey, this room. Those bitter flies can be super easy to deal with. Oh, stupid trap thing. I forgot what I did exactly head up this way. I think that was just because I was just trying to get down to the reverse underground caverns so that I could get the thing. So I was just going, I'll come back and explore these areas later. Now that I have... That butterfly dropped another mystic pendant. I don't really need another one. Oof. But it's nice to have. I'll just check on the map real quick. There was an area that I wasn't sure if I had gone to yet, but I did. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and take care of the boss here. In fact, just to be on the safe side, I want to make sure that I save. I was trying to do my super high jump, but it can be a little bit iffy if you just fall. Oh yeah, you probably saw that little bat fly across. Your bat familiarity levels when you turn into bat form, more bats join you. When you go out of it, they fly away. Another little thing. Okay, time to go take this boss down. He's a cool boss. it's this big like zombie dude, and what you're supposed to do is basically kind of like hack away at the various parts of them until they fall off, and like these like bees sort of buzz around him. His name is Beelzebub, and it's kind of what it's a reference to and whatnot. He's got these big meat hooks in him. Now with the poison mist form, he is super easy to deal with because I can just float over him. Don't really have to worry about damage. Effectively, what I should do is take off his limbs, because the limbs actually cause the number of bees that fly around to decrease, I do believe. So. And now he's dead. So he will die, and I'll get another thingy. Just a life max up, but I cleared that boss. And then I will be moving on to the next area. I got about 15 minutes left. Probably won't go quite the full hour, but definitely we actually cleared 2 areas this episode. The underground caverns and this. And you can kind of be looking at probably similar, if not more. The Ring of Arcana. This stuff. Kind of forgot what this does. It increases real item points. It doesn't increase your chance of an item to drop, but what it does is when you would get a drop, it increases the chance that that particular drop will be a rare item. Can be handy if you're trying to get a specific item, such as say the Trisagrim. Ugh, I have such a hard time pronouncing that. Go and save here. I'm probably going to head to the reverse marble gallery. Probably not going to clear that out though. I don't know if I am. This seems to be a little bit to it, but I should be able to get a good chunk of it explored, hopefully. I just happened to hit that butterfly. We'll just kill both of them. Another Mystic Pendant, because I need 3 of them, even though I only would have 2 slots to equip them ever. No, not changing out for crappy powder. Oh, a luck potion. Hooray. Ooh, a turquoise. Yay! Stuff that I can sell, but I probably never will. And I think I talked about this. I remember that boss in the reverse underground catacombs. I remember, like, the very first time I got to the inverted castle, I kind of got stuck on him because he was so very tough. And when I, yeah, these stupid things. These skulls are completely invincible, but they damage you if you touch them, so you have to avoid them. But anyway, to get back to my other story, in the reverse underground caverns, first time doing inverted castle, I remember I put him off until the very last boss before Dracula. And I remember getting all these like throwing items to use against him. Oh wait. This guy, oh yeah, it's like something where like his head is weak. But he's really not too bad to deal with. Yes, the clock tower area. Which is also important here, too. It's what gives you access to Dracula. Yeah, I don't really feel like dealing with that. See, that one can be a bit of a pain because you can drop down and then there's all those guys there and you're just like, not even expecting it. And then you're getting attacked. But thankfully, there's a save room right here. Got about 10 minutes left here. Gonna try and get some more exploration done, maybe get to the next save point or something, and I'll probably wrap it up. The bats are all confused. I got enough of those going there? Jeez. I don't think I actually went these little like crannies in the reverse castle and got the various things up there. They're really not that big of a deal though. Ooh, anti-venom, because I get poisoned so much. Just didn't really feel like finagling with a gravity jump, so I figured I turned into a bat and just go right around that. Oh, a potion, because those are only almost useless at this point. Medusa heads. Even these aren't really that annoying anymore, unless I want to let them be. I don't really feel like it. Jeez, there's a ton of them. It's meant to kind of keep you on your toes. Yeah, this is a bit of the longer part. Library card in there. Oh jeez, completely forgot about this. This is a bit of a longer area. I think I'll probably just get through this portion up here and pop out to the save room and then end the episode. Yeah, see, I can get kind of devious with its traps and whatnot. I mean, there was like those spiky things, and then there was the skulls, and then the Nova Skeletons. They can be a big pain. A big pain sometimes. Yep. I want to keep those. I keep going after the hearts even though my hearts are full. Of course, that's Castlevania for you. No, not that. I don't want that. Okay, looking at the time, I'm probably just going to hop out to the save point that's nearby here and save my game real quick. And then when I get back, we'll continue forward, continue with clearing out these areas in the castle. Seriously, I would imagine 2. Ouch! Stupid skeleton. Anyway, I'd probably think 2, maybe 3 more episodes. Like that. Watch, I'll probably be wrong. It'll be like 5 or some crap. But anyway, we'll save here. And that is episode 8 of this full playthrough. Definitely made some progress. Got 2 areas cleared. If you're still sticking on at this point, thank you very much. Really appreciate it if you'd like the video, all that fun stuff. Join the Facebook group, tell your friends, all that. So, yep, once again, thank you very much for watching, and thank you very much for sticking this out with me.